Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to turn off the GPS on the Amazfit Active 2 smartwatch. This is one of the more frustrating features I think on this watch. It's a little bit different than how other smartwatches work. So if you've ever used a Garmin or a Sunto or even a Fitbit, when you go do a given activity, you have the ability to pick and choose whether or not you want to use GPS on that activity or not. On the Amazfit Active 2, it's a little bit different because they pick and choose which activities have GPS. And then other than that, there's just a global setting to turn off the GPS. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Try and go through it pretty quick here. So I'm going to press the bottom button. Let's go and let's do an activity. I'm going to choose walking. You'll notice when I go into the walking activity, it's looking for my GPS. This locating up here is my GPS signal. Now, what if I decide I don't want to do walking? What if I want to do something like indoor cycling? When I go to it, you'll notice that there is no icon up at the top looking for that GPS. If I go to the bottom, let's find another good example. Tennis. When I go into tennis, again, there's no GPS. I don't have the ability to turn on GPS for tennis. So even if you wanted to get a map and use the GPS for tennis, you don't have that option. So that's what's frustrating is Amazfit kind of picks and chooses which activities can use GPS and which ones can't. So that's one thing I don't like. But let's say you're going to go do a walking activity and you do not want the GPS on. You don't want to get a map. You don't want to use that battery life. How would you turn that off? There is a global setting for turning off your GPS, and that's what we're going to be looking at here. While the screen is on, I'm going to press the top right button. Oh, actually we're not. We could use the top right button. If you're going to use the top right button, it'll take you to your app listings, and that's fine. You would have to go to your settings app. The easier way that I was going to show you is assuming you have it in your control panel, you would have settings, and you can go to settings from your control panel. Once you're under settings, you're going to go up to permissions. And then under permissions, you have a global setting that is GPS permission. If you turn this off, it lets you know that basically it's going to turn off GPS for everything. So you're not going to be able to use a map. You're not going to be able to use, near me, any of that kind of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Now, when I go back and I go try and do the walking activity, I can go to the walking activity and I don't have to worry about GPS on because we've disabled the GPS. So if you want to disable GPS, you have to do it at a global level. Go to your activity that you don't want to use GPS. Once you're done, put the GPS back on. I know it's silly, but that's a look at that setting. As always, I hope the video helped. Thanks for watching.